The riot is going down. Protesters over here on the corner. And here comes the police.
This one's supposed to happen here.
This is directly in front of my house, Candy.
Don't need it.
Right.
Talk to me.
One at the beginning.
Y'all right with us?
We just need one person to talk to us. Let them talk.
I was actually fortunate enough to have an opportunity to be a community policing officer and have one of the community policing houses. Mine was on 18th and Meade, and that was a great experience to have the opportunity to work with people in the community and not just have to go call to call, but take the time, establish relationships, open communication with people that goes both ways to improve the neighborhood. And it was an invaluable experience. By and large, what I was seeing was a lot of emotion from people and a lot of frustration, wanting to be heard, wanting their message to be heard.
We hear your message, guys. We understand why you're out here. We understand that. We get it, okay? We're out here like this because we got rocks thrown at us last night, okay? So we're here just in defense of our own safety, but we're also here to support your guys' right to be here. We understand that. We support
that evening, they just wanted to be able to express their frustration with the events in Minneapolis. We're used to mediating things. We're used to listening and talking things out with people to calm a heated situation. And that evening was no different than any other call for service, in my mind. I think it's easy to forget that we experience the same things.
You gotta be quiet because they're respecting us, so you need to respect them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you gotta go.
We experience trauma, we experience, we make mistakes, we have emotions, things like that, and I think that can get forgotten. But I think it's also a challenge on our part as well to remember that this just isn't another call. For us, it might be our 10th, 15th, 20th call of the day, but remember that it's this person's first interaction with me or with police, and they're experiencing something. So to try to always remember that is challenging, but I think it's worth the effort because we can't do this job alone. We need the help of the community.
Well, my name is Martin Defati. Back in 1992, at that time, Chief Paul Zine came back from a conference someplace with an idea on something called community policing. Never been heard of before, but the concept was to go back into the troubled neighborhoods and put an officer in there and let him walk the beat, walk it, and take care of the neighborhood as best he can. And so I was the first community policing officer, and I believe it was 1992. This one means an awful lot to me because I go back into the days of our civil disorders back in the late 60s and early 70s with Miss Thelma. I knew her, walked with her, just a charming, beautiful woman. And to have this done to this home now, it just, it tears me up completely.
And I grew up on Davis Place, and Miss Orr had a house on Davis Place as well. And she was very maternal, was in a march with Thelma Orr relative to the fact that we had no community centers in Racine. And so I knew Miss Orr from the age of 7 when I went to the march. And I vividly remember being with a lot of adults peacefully walking through the streets. Thelma Orr realized that there was a disparate number of people of color and females in law enforcement. And she basically approached me and said, I think you would be a pretty good police officer. And that's something that, I didn't see that in myself, but clearly she saw something in me that I didn't see at that time. As a young officer, I was literally formally introduced to the concept of community policing through Chief Polzine. Chief Polzine attended a conference on community policing in the early 90s. He was appointed to chief in 92. By 93, he was up and running with the community policing philosophy. He believed in it strongly. He literally changed the direction of the department based on his early experiences.
That people were willing to work together and nobody was standing up and pointing fingers at anyone else and saying this is wrong or that's wrong or we have these problems and what are we going to do about it. It was more of the atmosphere of that we're going to work together and make a difference in our neighborhoods home.
Please say this field trip is a hands-on experience and a memory that some of the children will never forget.
It was exciting, and I like to see the animals, I like to pet them, and they're kind of cute.
And Marcy Diaz says she has made friends with the police officers, and for them that's a picture they hope never changes.
Watching those two individuals work together, they had the ability to see what other people didn't see. And not only were they visionary, their vision was infectious. Even if you didn't believe it was possible before you encountered them, you believe it was possible after you did, because their enthusiasm was infectious. They fed off of each other's energy, and they both wanted the same thing. They wanted our community to be better. They knew that we were capable of much more than we were achieving at that point. They saw forward many, many years. They knew it wouldn't be easy. They knew it would take work, and they knew that they couldn't do it alone, but they were confident that they could do it.
I believe that what pushed me to go out and protest is we have to stand together. And I believe that everyone have to come together, not just one person out there or two people out there. Everybody have to come together if we all want something different. Like Dr. King, he didn't go out and burn things down. He didn't go out and rob people or things like that. He had peaceful protests. And that's what we do. We have peaceful protests. We go out and sing, we go out and pray. We talk to the people, we talk to the community, and we get people to come together because we believe in lifting people up. We believe in keeping people safe.
My grandmother promoted peace. My grandmother, Dr. Thelma Orr, worked with the police department to achieve common goals. She was a wonderful, wonderful grandmother and a dynamite person in the community. I'm proud of her. I'm proud to be her granddaughter. One of my grandmother's favorite sayings was, if you have lemons, make lemonade. I remember her saying that as a child. Out of something tart, make something sweet. And I think that if my grandmother was here today, she wouldn't hold grudges. She would make sure, because she was a strong advocate for education. She would say, okay, now you committed this act. You have to be accountable for this act. But let's find out let's get educated. Let's find out what the Cop House stood for, what protesting means, how to do it correctly. So, while you will be held accountable, let's get educated, and that would be the lemonade out of the lemons that I think that my grandmother would want from this particular situation. The COP houses, they are there to help. They are there to promote unity, to help the community know that we are here for you, we're here to help. And I just hope that, I know that Dr. Thelma Orr's image, her reputation, none of that is tarnished because of this. And I know that she would just hope that people will learn from this and then move forward in the way that they should. The COP houses, to me, and from what I have observed, lets those in the community know, yes, we're here. We also have probation and parole officers who also operate outside of the COP houses. It takes away the sting of coming to the police department or going to a Department of Correction building. You're going to a house, you know, and it provides comfort. I know a lot of our officers that work at the COP house have a presence and are actually have a relationship with the different people in the community. I know that they go to different events. They hold different events. They do different things just to let the community know we're here. You know, don't let the badge and the gun and all of that intimidate you, because underneath all of that, it's us. We're human people. And I think the COP houses do an excellent job in portraying that. And it helps out the community. It helps the community. They look down there and they feel safer as well.